Saturn conjunct the Ascendant. Let's talk about this today when you have that in your natal chart. It's also called Saturn rising, or maybe you're here to get information on what this placement means. This is a quite karmic placement, but there are also a lot of benefits to it. So let's dive into an in-depth meaning of this placement and how you can overcome it. How can you work with this placement? Okay. So when we look at Saturn, we have a planet that is responsible, that maybe restricts you sometimes. It doesn't give you anything just like that, right? It's not going to hand you over things in life. It's going to tell you, like, you kind of have to earn it. You have to earn respect. You're going to have to earn, whatever you want to achieve in life. So these people already feel like they have to do a little bit more than maybe the people they are surrounded with. Okay. And this can create sometimes a feeling of lethargy or depression because you feel like, why is it so difficult for me to reach what I want to reach? Okay. But you have to understand Saturn is actually a planet that will reward you for your hard work. Okay. And when this is on your ascendant, so most prominent and what I would count as conjunction strongest would be within 5 degrees, okay, of the ascendant. So it can either be on the side of the 12th house or the side of the first house. When it's on the side of the 12th house, it's a little bit less strong, less visible on the outside, but it would be going more introverted. Okay. It could even feel like Saturn is there, but you can't fully reach it. Like you don't really know how to achieve things or how to work hard. So you're going to have to connect to the divine or do meditation in order for the energies of Saturn to flow through you. Okay. When it's in the first house, it's you're wearing it, in general with the ascendant, you're going to wear it on the outside, right? The ascendant is um, the point in the sky on the eastern horizon. So when you were born, Saturn was very close to the eastern horizon. So that means that you were given with birth Saturn. Okay. This means that you are solving karma from your ancestors, from your past family members. Okay. And let's not blame them. Let's not say, why didn't you do that? Okay. But in the past or in past family lines, there could be a avoidance of responsibility. And this responsibility was brought on to you. Okay. You were born to carry this responsibility. That's why people with this aspect feel so heavy on the shoulders, especially when they are young, right? It's like there is a massive weight on your shoulders, and it just feels like you have to carry the world when you're younger. And you see people around you like being lightweight, like, having fun and enjoying life. But when you are young, this is going to be quite tough. Okay, this is going to be quite tough. This is for everyone who has Saturn conjunct the ascendant, no matter what sign it is in. It will have a different influence on each of the signs, but let's now just focus on this aspect. So when you're younger, you're often carried with some kind of responsibility. This could be responsibility towards your parents. Maybe you had to take care of your siblings, right? This can very often be when you, for example, have Saturn in Gemini. Gemini is third house, also rules siblings. So this is how you can read it. This could be you have to raise yourself because the parents are always working. So you need to take care of yourself. It could be that you, from a very early age, had to work. And sometimes it's not even that visible. It's a feeling of, I need to take care of the world. So it's not always like you have the responsibility. Sometimes it's just the feeling of needing to take care of others. Okay. And because of this responsibility, you sometimes feel invisible. It's like people don't really see you or notice you, right? If you have, for example, Jupiter on the ascendant, you're very visible, very open, and people are very drawn to you. But what happens with Saturn? These are my Benjamin Buttons in life, okay? You grow up mature, old souls, because you came in with a big task and you kind of feel that. But once you are working with this energy, so what it wants is you to um, create a strategy in life to work hard, but not overly work. It's about seriousness, knowing that life is not just all about fun, but it also things need to be done, need to get done, right? And once you have this attitude, and the funny thing is that once you align with this energy, you're going to feel happy. You're going to feel fulfilled. Um, the only thing is that you are not over carrying emotions, energies, responsibilities. Because what happens then is that the restrictive side of Saturn is going to come join. And it's going to say, you know what? I'm going to restrict you because you're doing too much. This is not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you to work with a strategy. I'm asking you to work smart. And what you're doing now is like you're taking too much load. And then you're going to be stuck. And things feel like they're not moving, like you're in one place, because the universe is asking you to reconsider and redefine yourself. Because the ascendant, and especially if you have Saturn on the first house side, is about identity. So, who are you? What is your identity? Right? If it's in the 12th house as well, you can be feeling secluded. They can put you behind the scenes, and you have to rethink what it is that you need to do in order to work more efficiently. So, to be responsible, to have authority, but without that it's at the cost of your own being. Okay. So, with age, you're going to feel lighter and better and better. Okay. And like I said, these restrictive periods can come with depression, which just means deep rest, right? It's a deep rest. It feels like a restriction, but it's actually teaching you to respect yourself, because the respect you're looking from other people, like very often these people want respect and they're not getting it because they don't respect themselves. So you have to mirror it back to you. You might meet a lot of people that you look up to and they project this really authoritative um, exterior, right? And people really respect them. And that's because they respect themselves. They become authority. And this is what you're going to do in this lifetime, right? You're going to become authority, but not at the cost of yourself. You don't have to sacrifice yourself. And this is this burden, this feeling like, I need to sacrifice myself for a bigger cause. Sometimes, yes, you need to make a compromise. And you know what? This is in everyone's chart who has Saturn somewhere. It's a compromise to achieve something that is part of your dream. Okay. So definitely having a good strategy, a good daily routine is very, very helpful for you. And, because your exterior, because you're carrying it on the outside, it's not always so much integrated as such, but people see it right away. Okay. That's why people with this placement very often have a serious look. So I see a bit of a bony structure, like really nice jaw. And That's very Saturn, okay? But also, Saturn can be related to headaches and migraines and feeling, pain in the shoulders. And you will know if that happens that you've done too much, okay? It's more about taking responsibility, but also for yourself, because you can sacrifice for children, family members, work, and doing too much, but that's not self-respect, which is also what Saturn wants you to do, right? It's kind of the harsh teacher, but also it does tell you to value yourself. It's not about losing yourself for others. So this is really important. If you have this more in the first house, then this has to do with identity. So these people feel like not completely 100% in their body, 100% comfortable with themselves. And this, when they were children or when you were young, sometimes this could have led to like bullying, people bullying you. 'Cause they kind of felt that you weren't fully aligned with your body yet. And then you took care of everyone. So you're being the child who's taking care of other people. But it's with age, you're gonna feel more comfortable having your identity, wearing certain type of clothes that suits you, that you feel happy with, comfortable with. Okay. So with time, you actually learn how to grow stronger in your identity. And people are gonna respect you more, more, and more. And you're gonna be seen. When you're younger, you're not seen because you really want it, but it's not there. But when you're older and you grow into this Saturn, you're gonna be more seen. And with age, you're gonna be more playful, more young. It's funny, like you tend to look older when you're younger, and like you're gonna look younger when you're older because you're taking care of your body. A lot of people with Saturn in the first house, if you're not taking care of your body, work with this energy. Take care of your body because Saturn is long term, long lasting. So you're taking the long road. These people, you know, you're gonna wait for the right moment, wait for the right strategy, and you're gonna build something lasting. So actually, when you play this right, you can be very successful at whatever you put your mind into. But not too fast. Cannot happen too fast. Universe will put you on hold if you go too soon, too fast. That's not gonna work for you. Okay. Um, so yeah, what else can we say? Look at aspects with this planet, okay? Look at the aspect. Like if Saturn is conjunct Venus, we're looking at maybe some trouble with self-love. Is it a sextile or a trine? That's actually boosting your ascendant, right? If it's trine Venus, it's actually boosting you and it's helping you. This self-love is helping you to feel better about yourself. Saturn in the 12th house. So if it's like just in the 12th house, still considered very much upfront. Don't get me wrong. Um, but here we're dealing with someone that carries Saturn also from past lives. So from ancestors, like I said, but also from past lives. Um, there was some responsibility that you didn't finish. So doing a voluntary work or doing something for the greater good will definitely help you break down this karma. But in general, healthy food, take care of your body, as go for the long term. Like short term pleasure is not Saturn, and I know that sounds really boring, but Saturn's going to punish you if you're not looking out for your health, if you're not looking out for yourself, basically. Okay, so you think it's all unfair, but it's really making you more humble. It's making you healthier, and you're gonna just when you take care of yourself and you know how to strategize your day-to-day work or raising children and these kind of things without losing yourself, you're gonna be rewarded, okay, with long-term success in any area of your life. um what else? Yeah, When Saturn is on the ascendant, okay, at birth, some people were born later, or your mom had trouble giving birth to you. So it could have been like a difficult birth. You could have been born later. And maybe as a baby, you didn't want to be there. It was like, no, I don't want to be here. This is too heavy, too much. So yeah, it could have been someone who was crying or didn't want to be there. And then as a child, you could have been more reserved. Okay, more reserved, more quiet, more, like I said, very responsible. So yeah, you do become very self-reliant and independent because of what you have experienced. And sometimes that can go into I'm feeling unseen, going a bit into loneliness. I'm feeling alone. But once you heal that part of yourself and you work with these energies and you're okay with not going overboard with stuff, which is more like Jupiter or Venus on the ascendant. These people are allowed to be a lot more excessive and self-indulgent. But when you work with this energy, actually, because if you're self-indulgent, it can give trouble later, right? It's short-term pleasure. For you, it's about long-term. So if you do the right thing, you can get a lot of money later. And at some point, Saturn will let you go. It will be like, yeah, I can see that you're learning your lesson, okay? Uh, You're gonna be fine. So, yeah, like think about Aries. If you have it in Aries, it's about identity. It's about leadership. These can be great leaders, but you need to know your own authenticity. When it's in Taurus, this is very much related to your self-worth. How worthy am I? How do you value yourself, right? And your income is directly related to how you see yourself. So it's really important that you value yourself. In Gemini, like I said, taking care of siblings, restricted communication, being very shy, not knowing how to, yeah, like you will speak up, but you won't say many words. Eventually, you will be someone who says less, but has a deeper impact. Okay. Now, I know you have to look at different planets as well. Like for Taurus, for example, where is Venus aspected, or where is Venus positioned in your chart. And for Gemini, you have to look at Mercury. So it's not black and white. This is just a general description, right? So with Cancer, we're looking at maybe some trouble with the mother. So Saturn at Cancer ascendant is like trouble with mother, trouble with birth. Um, yeah, so there's some karma in the female line that's being brought over to you. Then we have Leo. Leo likes to be seen, and Saturn is restricting that. So there's a bit of frustration here. Like I feel like I want to express myself, but I can't fully do that. So this is going to be the alignment where you have to work with self-expression, but not too outgoing, right? Um, it's more about finding this authenticity that suits you, and you will get the like wanting validation is going to do the opposite. When you value yourself, it's going to be much better. Okay. It's also ruled by the sun. So it could be like trouble with, in some cases, with father or males in general that come in your life and bring some karmic heaviness to you. Then we have Virgo. So Virgo is very can be a little bit nitpicking, and I can say that because I'm a Virgo, and very detail oriented, detail oriented. And with Saturn there, it can make you like some people would even have almost like OCD, or they are very strict with the people they allow in their lives. Like you're not just gonna let anyone in. It's like you have to first prove yourself to me before you can come in. Very about body cleanliness, like being very clean and taking care of yourself. This is really, really important with this aspect, okay? But don't be too harsh on yourself because it can lead to overthinking and thinking it's never, ever, ever good enough. Over perfectionism with this placement. Um, then we have Libra. So Saturn in Libra ascendant. Actually, Saturn in Libra is quite good because Libra likes to be balanced and Saturn supports balance. So actually, this can work out quite well. It's really about you not giving yourself away for others and other way around. So you taking in too much or giving too much. You need to find the right stability. Okay. Not too much giving and not too much receiving, but in the right way. You're someone who wants justice and honesty and harmony. And sometimes you can go a bit overboard or a bit too far to reach that. Okay. Yeah, you could be even fighting for equality and things like that. Yeah, relationships will work out once harmony is achieved within yourself, okay? And you allow yourself to be loved, cherished. Okay, so work on your self-love. So then we have Scorpio. Saturn is Scorpio, right? This is someone really responsible and mature. Scorpio can kind of protect themselves, Scorpio rising. It's very mysterious. So you're very mysterious and you could have very intense energies. Like sometimes you cannot be aware on how much intensity is there, especially if you're also from the Pluto Pluto in Scorpio generation. You're gonna be extra intensely looking, very magnetic, but you are naturally most likely very um you're very persistent. You can achieve a lot of things. You're great at research, great at psychology. Some of you are really good at reading other people. You could be even making that your job. You could be like, you could be a doctor, a psychologist, someone like that. So you're taking life serious and you will learn through trial and error. And your biggest lesson is to forgive, okay? Forgive people who have harmed you because there will be people who will misunderstand you. They don't understand the intensity and that you have this aura of authority. It's going to be highlighted, enhanced, and people are going to be triggered by that. Okay. Sometimes they want to be with someone that's less of a threat, but you're going to tell them the truth. Okay. So don't change yourself. You're going to be a great analytical person and you would be great at, healing people because you have great insight on that and you have also amazing persistence. These people can go to the end and finishing every single task. Then we have Sagittarius. So we have Sagittarius ascendant and we have Saturn on the ascendant. It's kind of weird because Sagittarius ascendant is really outgoing and Saturn is kind of restricting it. So you're going to be someone, you're going to have fun, you want to be exploring things, and then you're almost feeling guilty for having too much fun. So that's going to be a bit restricted, but you're going to take cultures seriously, okay? And also when it comes to how you perceive the world, you're going to look around you and you're going to really observe cultural differences, um, maybe standing up for certain rights and soaking up philosophical knowledge, but you want to know everything about philosophy, mythology, things like that. You will soak up the knowledge, and this knowledge comes from your ancestors. So you're taking it over and you're going to do some real good research there. So, yeah, have fun and balance it with seriousness. That's the best way to go and don't feel guilty. Keep it balanced. You need balance in your life. So that would be Sagittarius ascendant. Let's go to Capricorn ascendant. So obviously Saturn is here in its own sign. So these two go really well together. But we do have someone who's very serious here. Okay, serious exterior. Someone who, people will not mess with you. They will not just mess. They kind of see like, okay, you're closed off to trouble. You're not gonna go with people who are trying to manipulate you and things like that, right? It's colder, a bit more reserved, but at the same time, this reserved attitude is gonna get you really far in life because you can become great authority. And if you work hard, there will be rewards. Okay, so um, people need to get under your skin and get to know you. It's not like they're not gonna know who you are right away. They really need to get to know you better to really see like, hey, what's underneath that. But you don't like BS, okay? You want grounded people in your life, not too airy fairy people around you that's gonna make you feel very unstable. So work on a plan, achieve it, go after it. It might be feeling that you're feeling restricted at some times. That means you need to reorganize your direction. Okay. But then respect will 100% and definitely come to you. So that would be Capricorn. Let's talk about Aquarius. So we have Aquarius ascendant ruled by Uranus, very unpredictable, but Saturn is kind of restricting that. It's giving this, you like fairness, equality. You want people to be themselves, but also not too much, because Saturn is restricting that. So you want to be free. You want to be free flowing. You have all these amazing out of the box ideas, but sometimes you think like, oh, should I say that? I want to keep my serious exterior. I'm not sure if I should show that side to other people, especially in work. You would be a great humanitarian, like standing up for um, people in need. And you're going to work hard for that. So you would be great at being like some kind of NGO manager. Yeah, your looks, you probably want to look quirky and funny, but maybe you do it a little bit. You're not going all the way because Saturn will kind of restrict that. And also, some friends in your life will be karmic. So you're going to have to see who's a match and who's not a match for you. Okay. And then we have Pisces. So Pisces ruled by the 12th house. And this is really about coming closer to the universe, coming closer to God. So you came in this lifetime to really spiritually awaken. You got like a lot of karma from your ancestors, subconscious patterns that you are here to break. So for you, it's definitely recommended to go on the spiritual path, do a lot of healing, um, and a lot of subconscious blockages, past life healings, all those kind of things. And you will see you're going to feel lighter and lighter and lighter after some time. Um, so this was all the signs, and I kind of want to touch on Saturn return as well, because obviously Saturn return for you is pretty major. It happens around 3 times in your life. Depends how old you're going to be. So the first one is between 27 and 30. And then the second one is around 60. And then the last one is around, where's it right? Around 80. So 3 times. And around these ages, you will get a karmic check. So each time you're able to remove lots and lots of karma. Every time Saturn is near your natal Saturn, you will lose and drop a lot of karma. Okay, so it can feel really intense, but once you figured out what is the lesson you need to learn, it can really feel like a huge relief to you. Okay, so don't fear Saturn return. It's actually going to help you come closer to yourself. Um, yeah, and this placement is actually a blessing. You're breaking off so much karma. You're becoming more spiritually aligned. You know that life is not just given, you know? You're not just getting anything just because, right? You're not just getting anything handed to you. So this is for the old souls. People have an old soul, and you're not taking life for granted. You're going to enjoy each and every time things are going well for you. You're going to 100% enjoy it. And that's why when you're older, everything you've built, you are able to enjoy that. So because you've earned it and you've proven that you can work hard. So anyways, that was my taking on Saturn Conjunct the Ascendant. I would love to hear your life story. Like, how does that impact? How did it impact your life? How are you dealing with that? And if you want to add something, for example, to displacement, like you're saying, oh, this I experienced as well, please let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to hear from all of you how this reflected in your life. So Thank you so much for being here. And oh, wait a second. Yeah, thank you so much for being here, everyone. I'm wishing you all the best, sending you so many blessings. And until next time, thank you.